Emily Warren was the kind of young woman who lived her life in fast forward. At 24, she worked 2 jobs in Dayton, Ohio, mornings at a grocery store, nights delivering food across town. She was tired almost every day, but she always made time for one thing: answering her mother's phone calls. No matter how rushed or stressed she was, she always picked up. But on a cold Thursday night, as she crossed the dimly lit grocery store parking lot, Emily's phone buzzed with a number she didn't recognize. Unknown caller. Normally she would ignore it, but something inside her told her to answer. "Hello," she said. A man cleared his throat. "Is this Emily Warren?" "Yes, who is this?" "My name is Officer Daniels with the Dayton Police Department. I need you to come to Riverside Medical Center. It's regarding your mother." For a moment Emily couldn't breathe. She tried to ask questions. What happened? Is she okay? But the officer stayed calm and brief. He said she needed to come immediately. Nothing more. Nothing less. And that silence scared her more than anything. Emily drove through the night with trembling hands. The hospital lights glowed in the distance like cold stars. Her mind raced through every harmless possibility, but deep down, a quiet, icy fear grew with every mile. Officer Daniels met her at the entrance. His expression told her everything before he even spoke. He guided her into a small private room with blue chairs and a tissue box on the table. "Emily, I'm very sorry. Your mother passed away earlier this evening." The floor dropped out from under her. She gasped for air, but nothing came. Her mother, her anchor, her comfort, her only real family, was gone. And she still didn't know why. After several long moments, Emily finally managed to whisper, "How did this happen?" Officer Daniels took a slow breath. "Your mother's house was broken into. We believe the intruder was looking for quick valuables. It wasn't a targeted attack, but it turned violent." Emily shook her head. "But her door is always locked." "Always. Tonight, it wasn't." Those words hit Emily like a punch. Her mother was cautious, almost overly cautious. She checked locks twice, sometimes 3 times. She never left her door open for anyone. Except Emily. Emily had told her mother earlier that day she might stop by after work. She now realized her mother had likely left the door unlocked for her. She had been waiting. Officer Daniels continued gently. A neighbor saw someone they didn't recognize entering the home. They called 911 right away. Officers arrived quickly, but the intruder escaped out the back. Emily covered her face. The guilt felt unbearable, heavy and suffocating. If she hadn't worked late, if she had gone when she said she would, if she had just called to say she wasn't coming. "Your mother was conscious when help arrived," the officer added softly. "She asked the paramedics to call you. She wanted to hear your voice." Emily's heart broke all over again. She hadn't answered because she was stacking boxes in the grocery store warehouse, complaining about how tired she was. She didn't know her mother was fighting for her life. "I'm so sorry," Officer Daniels said. She held on as long as she could. Emily wiped her tears with shaking hands. "She died because she trusted me. She left the door open for me." The guilt felt like a weight she might never escape. Emily returned to her mother's house the next morning. Police tape fluttered on the doorway, but the home was quiet. Familiar. Too familiar. She walked through the living room, touching the framed photos, her mother's favorite blanket, the cookbook still open on the counter. Everything felt frozen in time. Her phone buzzed with a voicemail notification she hadn't seen in the chaos. It was from her mom. Time-stamped only minutes before the break-in. With shaking hands, Emily pressed play. "Hi honey. I know you're working late. I left the door open for you. Come by whenever you can. I made your favorite soup. Drive safe. Love you." Emily pressed the phone to her chest as her knees buckled. She sat on the floor and cried harder than she ever had in her life. It wasn't just grief, it was the ache of a moment she could never get back. A message she couldn't answer. A call she would replay for years. Officer Daniels called later that day to tell her they were following leads but couldn't promise anything. Emily thanked him, but she already understood something. Justice might come slowly, or not at all. And even if it did, It wouldn't bring her mother back. So she made a quiet promise to herself. She would live differently. She would slow down. She would answer every call from the people she loved. She would never assume she had more time. Because her mother's last message wasn't just a voicemail. It was a reminder. A final gift. And Emily vowed never to ignore another moment again.